friends. This is Podcast versus the World. My name is Cameron L. Abington. Boys, we've had some tense times as of late. Tense. Charlie Kirk passing away, killed by Tyler Robinson. Donald Trump being the same old Donald Trump we always expected. Same old piece of crap. Today's, we're going to talk about Charlie Kirk. Now, I don't think I've ever expressed this on the podcast, but let me be very honest. Charlie Kirk was a piece of crap. Said evil things, was a racist. He was. Well, I'm going to read something. That's why the episode is called Matthew 7:17 through 20. I want you to listen to something. This is straight from the Bible. My Bible. My Bible. All right? I'm going to read something to you, and I want you to think about this critically. And we're going to talk about Charlie Kirk in a second. Even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit. A good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit, neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. Every tree that bringeth forth not forth the good fruit is hewn down and cast into the fire. Wherefore, by their fruits ye shall know them. That's from the Bible. Straight from the Bible. Straight quote. Straight quote from the Bible that everybody seems to say they believe in, and this Christian right supposedly believes in. I'm not so sure about that. I told you before they're fake Christians. You've heard me say that. I told you they're Christians in name only. When it's time to show Christian values, they don't have it. They don't care. They don't have it. That's not them. It's not them. Let's talk about Charlie Kirk. First and foremost, let me say this very clearly. He did not deserve to die. Violence is never the answer when you disagree with somebody. I give Charlie this much. You know, you may not like his points, and trust me, I don't. He's racist. And we'll get to that in a second. But he debated everybody. He debated everybody. Now, did he want to talk about certain violence that's been popping up lately? No, he don't want to talk about that. It's ironic how he died, but let's just get through this. He shouldn't have died. He believed in talking. And you think that would be the legacy that all Republicans and Democrats too would come up and talk about. No, ain't what happened. But let's talk about Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk did not believe in sympathy for people. He thought gun violence was something that had to happen to keep the Second Amendment alive. Sympathy was a made up word. He was racist, xenophobic, and that's who he was. Now, what does this have to do with Matthew 7:17 through 20? What it has to do with it is it tells you when you bring forth evil fruit or evil seed, you get evil fruit. So, what does that mean, Cameron? When you say evil things happen to you. Evil thoughts give the evil words, give the evil action. That is what's going on right now. That's what happened to Charlie Kirk. In a country where we had, in the same time Charlie Kirk was murdered, and I'm going to call it assassination, he was murdered. He was murdered because a kid, this is the ironic thing, we always talk about black violence. That was his big thing, black violence. They have two parents. They don't have two parents. Hey, guess what? You were killed by a white kid that had two parents, Republican leaning, or I think they voted for Trump. I don't know if they were Mormons, but they're from Utah, lily white Utah. And that's who killed you, we think. I'm not even so for sure about that, to be honest. Because he had made disparaging remarks against Israel. and he knew information. And, he's a loud voice. You shut down the loudest voice, they can't talk to you. He was racist, people. He sowed evil seeds all around the country with his evil rhetoric. They love to blame transgender. They love to blame black folks. This was a white boy, the most whitest white boy you could see. A confused young white male. The question if I were to ever talk to Charlie Kirk would be, hey, why is all these radical white boys over here shooting people? Can we figure that out? Have you noticed all the shooters? They look a certain way. They don't look like me. They don't look like a lot of people. They're white boys, young white boys. I find it ironic. He left a lifetime of hate. Now I would wonder maybe one day as he got older, maybe he would change his thoughts about stuff. But he was a grifter. He sold what people wanted to hear. People loved to hear that shit. They loved it. They loved it. They loved it every time he came out here and talked about how bad black people are and immigrants and transgender and oh, I'm a Christian, but you sure don't talk like one. You sure don't talk like one. You're a racist, wrapped up in the Bible. And you've heard me say that many times. I'll keep saying it. Racist people and people want to take your rights away. They'll either wrap themselves up in the American flag, like our wonderful president, or they'll wrap themselves in the Bible, like Charlie Kirk. But that's what people do. They come at you with the Bible. They say, "Oh, yeah, I'm a Christian, and my beliefs are better than yours, and so this is why I think this way." I just read to you the Bible itself. I could go on. The tongue's an evil thing. Words have meaning. Remember that, boys and girls. Words have meaning. Remember this. Charles Manson never killed anyone, but we relate to him as one of the worst murderers in history. He didn't kill nobody, people. Hitler never killed anybody, but we call him one of the worst people on this earth for what he did with the Holocaust. He didn't kill nobody. If you can find it and prove me wrong, I'll retract what I just said. Yeah, think about that. Words have meaning. So when you speak evil of people, this is what you get. When you say that we shouldn't have sympathy for people, people getting shot up in schools, and we got Congress people getting shot and killed and all this, but I don't believe in sympathy. One, you're not a Christian. You're not a Christian, dude. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Listen, I'm sorry that people who are Charlie Kirk fans are gonna be pissed at me for saying that you're not a Christian. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You were killed, and we don't know. And let me take this back real quick. We don't know why he was killed. We had a young man who was an internet meme person, put stuff from a game called Helldivers 2, which is a good game. Don't get me wrong, it's a great game. We don't know why he was killed. We still don't know. This is Sunday. This is the September 14th, and we still have no idea why Charlie Kirk was murdered. Right now. Right now, as we speak, we don't know why. All they know is that he's been handling guns since he was a little kid. His whole family were into guns, it looks like. Um, he shot Charlie Kirk. The FBI fumbled. That should be a whole different podcast itself, but we'll talk about here in a minute. He gets home, tells his dad. Dad eventually turns him into the police. Gets him turned. He was going to kill himself, like the rest, like all these These damn school shooters and all that, all these crazy white boys, once they get into the shit and they do it, then they want to kill themselves. They want to go out the coward's way. Charlie Kirk said evil things. And when you say and do evil things happen. Right? I mean, this is what we have to learn from this. Political violence is wrong. And I give Charlie this much. And listen, I disagree with him because I think he was a racist prick. And let me be I'm telling you what I feel. I've sat and listened to him. Oh, Jim Crow laws were good. That's when they kept black. Dude, you got to shut the fuck up. But you were a grifter. You made money off of people because you knew what they wanted to hear. They love to hear that shit. Then you got black folks up here crying, "Oh, Charlie, Charlie," and black folks up here, "Charlie, you were one of us, dude." These black folks that sit here and cake for Charlie is just beyond me. But there's always Cowtown black folks, like my grandpa used to call them. He'd call them coonin, coonin, coonin for white folks. That's what you got. If you sitting here as a black person telling me Charlie Kirk was great for America and for this and that, no man, no man. You need to look yourself in the mirror. Listen to his words. His words were evil. Now he may be a great guy behind the scenes, and maybe he's putting on a persona. Remember, we talked about personas in another video. We talked about the difference between Hulk Hogan and Terry Bollea. People put on a face in front of people. When they get off the stage, they're a different person. I had heard he was a good dude. I had heard from when you watch videos, and there's people who knew him and said he was a good guy. And maybe he was just putting on a show to get paid. It's very possible. It's very possible. But violence isn't the way, right? But let's talk about how our president acted during this time. A time of political turmoil. Everything's the temperature's up. What does our wonderful president do? He tries to divide us again. And some of you sat here and bought into it like the fools that you are. And I'm gonna start calling you fools. There are people who are just fools. The fools that you are. That's what happened. Sorry to check on my dog. But you are fools. You are fools. You bought into the lie. Oh, when Charlie Kirk first dies, oh, it's the radical left. It was a transgender. He had transgender markings. Come to find out, no, not true. He was a white kid from a two-parent household who got away 2 hours away because Cash Patel shouldn't be running the FBI. Let's be very honest. He shouldn't be running. He shouldn't run a Taco Bell. He's a moron. That's one of the dumbest guys on the face of the earth. Just stupidity. Um, and the governor's like, we were praying it wasn't one of us. We were praying it was some. How about we pray that he didn't get shot and killed? His poor wife and daughters are sitting there. Have empathy for them. I know Charlie didn't believe in empathy. I know if you were to talk to Charlie, he would say, oh, that's what was needed. We need gun violence. But then you got his wife. She comes out spewing the same shit. All you people. All you people? What are you talking about? What are we talking about? We'll get to her in a second. Let me get back. Let me get back on this real quick. So realize that the only reason why that he got caught is because of the family turned him in and got him to turn himself in. We think he's the right person. But remember, Charlie had been saying some inflammatory stuff about Israel. He was going to get some big time hitters. We may never know the truth. Now they got him in jail, so whether he did it or not, he's the patsy. He'll be the one that'll be caught. If he did, I mean, they say he did. We'll see. I think he was a confused young man. A radicalized young white man. Once again, a white young man radicalized. And then you got the president coming out saying, all right, crazy liberals, here we go again. Instead of bringing the temperature down, he raises it up to use for political gain. Then you got these fools on here talking about going to war. Jesse Waters, his bitch ass saying, we're going to go to war. Bitch, you work with Democrats right now in your office. Did you go punch one today? Did you go sit there and slap one in the face and show how tough you are? Because you're a bitch. I'm getting so tired of listening to these Republicans in Congress act like they're true hitters. Right? I know true hitters. These people aren't it. I know real dudes that will go out and really go do some stupid shit. These aren't it. These aren't real hitters. They're fake tough guys. If you walked up to Jesse Waters right now and slapped the shit out of him, he wouldn't do nothing but cry like the little bitch that he is. And that's all he is. I'm so tired. I get onto TikTok and I see these people. We're going to war. We're going to put heads on pikes. And you got Elon Musk's bitch ass who wouldn't do a fucking thing if you walked up to him. He'd be like, guards, guards. I'm tired of all these fake people. Right? Do we not understand what just happened? That political violence is wrong. And there are sick people out there who listen to our words. That's why I just told you Hitler didn't kill anybody. But there are sick people that listen to our words as gospel. And then they sit out there and they do the mission because they got heart. And people with heart are the ones you got to worry. The people that take your words and say, that's me. That's me, boss. That's me. I'll go do it. I'll go be a hitter today. I'll go do it for you. I will sit there and I will do it because I believe in the movement. Charles Manson, you think those people, they believed in the movement? Look at January 6th. President Trump, he infuriated a crowd, and then you get January 6th because they believed in the movement. See, there are sick people out there that will sit here and do whatever it takes because they believe in the movement. But we, as leaders and people on these political shows, we have to sit here and be smart enough to tone down the temperament. Finally, two Republicans, Massey and what was the other guy's name? Was it Bean or some shit like that? They told President Trump to calm his shit. Calm your shit. The temperature's too hot right now. You fucking moron. And that's what he is. President Trump is not going to go out there and fight nobody. He's not. He's a bully. Bully gets punched. Bully, when you punch a bully in the nose, they cry like a little bitch. Trump's a bully. Trump's a bully, people. Nancy Mace. We're going to do something. We're going to go to war with these people. Shut the fuck up, bitch. You're not going to do a goddamn thing. You're not. Shut the fuck up. I'm so fucking tired of these fake ass tough guys coming around here acting like they're going to do something. Jesse Waters ain't going to do a fucking thing but run his goddamn mouth. When I found Nancy Mace was funny, she was the best one. See, at first it was like we should bring back the death penalty. Then when it comes out was a white boy with a father and a mother, 2-parent household. Oh, we should do what Charlie would want, ask for forgiveness and pray for him. I'm so fucking tired of hypocrisy. I'm so fucking tired of these fake ass tough guys. I'm tired of them. I swear to God, I'm fucking tired of them. These are fake ass tough guys running around here acting like they're badasses, and they're not. They're little bitches. Yes, I said your favorite congressman is a little bitch. I said it. There you go. I said your president is a bitch. I said it. There you go. I did. I was so disappointed and disgusted in President Trump these past few days. And he went to Fox News after they found out who did it, and They gave him a softball. They said, listen, there's radical left and radical right people who are causing violence, political violence. What should we do? Well, the people, the radical right, they just want policing and that. Here we go again. They give you a softball and you're so fucking stupid. You're just a fucking moron. You're stupid. Your job is to bring us together, not separate us. But no, 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 no. You use that to separate us. Thank God. I can't believe I'm saying this, but Nick Fuentes was like, no, we don't want violence. That's not what we do. I denounce anybody that does it. I'll kick them out of my group personally. And he didn't like Charlie Kirk. The Groypers didn't like Charlie Kirk. And they're super far right. He didn't like Charlie Kirk. And he's a racist prick also. But he didn't like Charlie Kirk. Because Charlie Kirk wasn't racist. No, he said Charlie Kirk was fake. There was another one. It wasn't Lawyer Burp, Bob Warrior, what's her name? I can't think of her name now. There was somebody else that came out and said Charlie Kirk was fake against Trump, and you know, people, we got to tone down the rhetoric. But when you put out an evil seed, this is what happened. You think somebody who almost got assassinated twice, I'm talking about President Trump, would calm the fuck down with his rhetoric. Because the people who shot at him were Republicans. The one for sure that shot him in the ear was a Republican. Radicalized. Radicalized Republican. You would think that these people would learn. You would think they would learn. But they haven't learned anything. And you sit back, you're like, your words have meaning. You're a leader. There was one that was on CNN on that panel show, Abby Phillips. And he kept trying to blame transgender radical left. And it's like, and they were like, well, hold on. You do remember, Nancy Pelosi's husband was done by a Trump supporter. The guy that shot up, that killed the two Congress people in Minnesota, was Trumpers. What are we talking about? If you look at, I think I saw a number somewhere, I could find it. Out of 32 cases, right? 32 political cases. I don't know when they just. I think it was since 19 or 2016 or something like that. 19 political violence. 19 was done by extreme right, 5 by extreme left, and the rest were non-political affiliated. They were just nuts. This could be very well be a non-political affiliated person. I ain't never heard anybody try to go after Charlie Kirk. Then the crazy part was, after the racists heard that Charlie Kirk was shot, then they just gave him a reason. Then they started going after HBCUs. Hey, racist people, let me help you out. Black folks didn't know who the fuck Charlie Kirk was. Listen, if you heard one racist prick, you've heard them all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The only reason I heard of Charlie Kirk, my son said, you gotta listen to this fool talk. But listen to this, Dad. What do you think? My son loves doing that to me. Bring me up people. What do you think, Dad? And so I said, no, listen. I was like, huh, that's interesting. What a racist prick. That's what I thought about Charlie Kirk. First time I heard him. Him and his black theory, why black people do so. But you never want to talk about the radical white young men that's going on right now. Never want to talk about that. Because that don't pay the bills. See, he had made himself, remember, he's a community college dropout. Remember that. Community college dropout. But that don't make you a bad person. I mean, community college wasn't for you. Wasn't work for me. I didn't finish. It's all good. Community college dropout. He goes and creates this whole platform. Now, I don't know how much he really believed in it. I have no idea. I just know the stuff he spewed was racist. And then you got President Trump keeping the temperature up, Nancy Mace keeping the temperature up, Jesse Waters keeping the temperature up, and these fucking people will never do a goddamn thing. They're never gonna pick up a gun, but they want you and me to sit here and fight each other. Here we go again. Here we go again. Once again, they want division. Why? I wonder, could it be they got Epstein files and a big, beautiful bill that's going to sit here and destroy America? Could it be that? Could it be that BRICS is trying to destroy the American dollar? Could be that maybe we have Russia that sent over drones over Poland and that could start World War III? You think that could be something that could happen? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. It could happen. I don't know.
Oh, there you go.
I have no idea. I have no idea. There's a lot of things going on in America. A lot of things. We could talk about all those issues. We got the genocide going on and going on against the Gazans, the Palestinians, I should say, in Gaza, right? I'm just. There's so many things going on in this one Charlie Kirk story, but I want you to remember that Bible verse, Matthew 7:17 to 20. He put out. He put a bad seed, and when you plant bad seeds, you get a bad fruit. And this is what happens with bad fruit, people. When you sit here and say that gun violence is good because it'll protect the Second Amendment, and then the irony of it, you get killed by gun violence. What do you want me to say? What should we say? Oh, well, that's my thought on it. It shouldn't have happened. I don't think it was because of his political voice. I really don't. I think it was confused young male. Another radicalized young white male confused about what's going on in the world and decided to take in his thought justice in his own hands. I'm telling you what happened. Is it fair? Nope. Is it right? No. Not even close. Not even close. But that's where we're at. That's where we're at. When you speak, when you think evil thoughts and you speak evil words, you get evil actions. And this is what happened to Charlie Kirk. He's not anything special. He's not worth having the flags half staff, half mast, whatever, like they did. It was 9/11, so we would have done it anyway. Had nothing to do with Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk was a dude who got shot because we don't know why. We never know why. We don't know why. We just know we have a lot of radical young white men running around here. And it makes you wonder, did his parents talk to him about this? Did they catch on what he was looking at or what he was doing? Parents, if you're a parent of a young white man, you better find out what's going on with them. Any kids, actually. Any kids. Find out what they're looking at, what they're playing. What are you doing? What are you talking about? Have a conversation with them daily. These seem like good people. They were Republicans. I mean, and just because you're Republican don't make you a bad person. You make sure I get that straight. But Charlie Kirk sowed a bad seed. Your mouth, that tongue is evil. The Bible tells you about it. If you want to sit here and quote scripture, the Bible tells you the most evil thing on your body is that tongue that can spew out so much evil. Look what's going on. Look at what's going on in the world. All the evil. Because we have people that just spew shit. And it's like, you guys ain't about that life, so shut the fuck up. I'm begging everybody, don't do the violence. Don't buy into stuff. Don't do something that's gonna take you away away from your family for the rest of your life over what? So these people can sit on top of a hill and say, "Oh, good job, kill another one. Let's go out to eat, honey." Don't buy into it. It's all they're fake. We have fake politicians with fake anger. And anytime, and this is the crazy part, in a time that we need to be healing, what did Donald Trump and some of these other Republicans do? They used it as a way to get more political power. Just think about that for a second. When they could have sat here and toned it down and said, "Listen, everybody, listen, we don't believe in that. Let's not do that." What did they do? They wanted you to sit here and fight your neighbor. That's what they want. They want you to kill your brother. That's what they want. They don't care about you. If you had a president that actually gave a damn about you, he would say, "Listen, we can't have this." And somebody who was almost assassinated twice, you think of all the people in the world, he would understand. He don't get it, and he don't care to get it. All he wants you to do is sit here and fight leftists, leftists. And then, I mean, and you got these people who just follow suit. It is your job to lead. That is what we brought you to Congress for, to lead. You represent me and the rest of my constituents. Lead like you're supposed to. But no, no, no. You want to be like Charlie Kirk. You want to sit here and sow the bad seed. That's what you want. See, that's what you want to do. You want to be like Charlie Kirk. Do you want to be like Charlie Kirk? Have somebody out of the blue sit here and take your life away? Because once again, you're sowing a bad seed. And now you're bringing up bad fruit. See, evil thoughts equal equal words bring equal evil action. Evil thoughts bring evil words, bring evil action. See, when you say stuff, it means something to these people. People are intently listening. Bring the temperature down. That is your goddamn job. And you're failing. From the president on down. I haven't heard JD Vance say anything. Let me be very honest. I haven't heard a bunch, but I've heard enough of these idiots coming out here with their fake rage, talking about we should sit here and go after this. Stop it. Stop it. Do you realize that how many, we got so many damn fools out there listening to you, listen to every word with bated breath? And it took somebody like Nick Fuentes, who I disagree with vehemently about stuff, actually saying we can't have political violence. That's stupid. And I denounce anybody that does it. He put his group in check. He did. He put them in check. They got the message. Calm the fuck down. It's stupid. I'm telling you, calm the fuck down. It's stupid. Your president should have told you that, but he's a fucking moron. He's dumb as shit. He don't care about you. Brought to you by, sponsored by Doobie Energy Drink, sponsored by RSS.com. You'll see the stuff at the bottom scroll. We didn't get into how the FBI fumbled it. Cash Patel and his stupid. And I'm telling you, that guy's dumb. They better thank the family for turning him in, because they would never would have found him. He'd have been gone. We'd have still been looking stupid. Oh, let me talk about real quick before I go. Charlie Kirk's wife. Now she said they're not gonna they are not going to stop us. Whatever. Who are they? Radicalized white men? You know that's not who she meant. We all know that's not who she meant. She meant Democrat. So she just as delusional as her husband. So there you go. There you go. Delusional. We have delusional people all over the world, all over the states, fighting a war with people who every Democrat person I'd seen left leaning, came out and said it was wrong. Because you shouldn't die over your views. All freedom of speech. Well, I mean, except when it goes against what you believe in here in this country. People, do your goddamn job. If you're in Congress, President, fucking do better. Do fucking better. How about that? How about you do fucking better? Do your goddamn job better. Do better for this country. You want the Nobel Peace Prize? Fuck out of here. Why would somebody give you the Nobel Peace Prize when you had a chance to sit here and tone our country down? You could have toned the rhetoric down by just your voice, by just saying, hey man, let's not do that. We're all together, we're all in this together, we're all whatever. You couldn't even do that effectively. So here we go, here we are. I want to thank everybody for joining me. We'll have 2 episodes coming out here very shortly. I'm getting them finished up. My war with TikTok. If you didn't know, I was cut off alive from TikTok for telling the truth again. What a shocker. So I got my war with TikTok coming out. This Matthew 7:17:20 should be coming out Monday, hopefully. Maybe Tuesday, we'll see. But we're gonna get it out because it needs to be said. We'll do a TikTok later explaining this. And we'll read it again. We'll read a Bible verse again. May God bless everyone. You know, Charlie Kirk didn't believe in it. I'm gonna give sympathy for his family. I'm not giving sympathy for him. He was a racist prick, and he said sympathy was fake, and I don't know what Bible he was reading. So, yeah, God bless America. Stay safe. Don't listen to the political bullshit. Don't get sucked in. And it's easy to. Don't get sucked in. Don't get sucked in. May God bless you. May God bless America. Everybody stay safe. All right. Heading to them.